answering questions like you in the NBA already. That man was over there. Yeah, everybody play hard. Good defense, got back.
Man, I tell you, man. Like, when you be like, I done gave like 5 interviews in the past 7-8 days. So you just own it. You know what I'm saying? They asked me what pump you on? Nigga, I gave her a whole philosophical answer about what gas pump I'm on. So.
Oh, man.
But man.
Nothing wrong with that, man. All right, let me get back. I ain't never did, too.
Bite the bite.
Bite the bite. Oh, man. Let's see what we got here.
Man, I can't express enough on how hard y'all niggas is killing it with this shit, man.
I appreciate it.
Get y'all an agent, dog. Get you a radio agent. Don't worry about no music, TV shows, nothing. Just strictly focus on getting y'all a deal with iHeart or the way y'all niggas funny. Get on the LOL network with Kevin Hart, man. Like, all kind of shit. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Before I leave here, don't let me leave without giving you the Revolt TV CEO.
Okay, bet.
Get y'all a pitch deck.
Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about.
And get a pitch deck, and I got somebody that can help you do it because what they're gonna do is send you to the portal.
Right.
And they got drink champs, they got that kind of shit, and we recording.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk like.
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
Oh, okay, cool. Then listen, but keep in mind, anything you don't want, we can cut out. If you say something, get excited, get a little tips, we cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know.
I'm definitely ain't getting tips.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
I won't have that problem.
Man, so what I do want to say to start this one off, man, I know y'all familiar with Ahmaud Arbery. What happened in this situation, right?
Right.
Cool. So all of his killers, murderers, the racists, were sentenced to very lengthy sentences, right? And I want to give a big fuck you to all 3 of them. I don't know if I can say that with a man like you on the show. Is that okay?
Can.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Fuck them, dog.
Fuck you. Free Pooh Shiesty. Real shit. So I'm just happy that that's playing out the way it's played out, right? Okay, cool. On another note, bro, I talk on this show all the time about how white people play a different game than we playing.
Right.
And it troubles me sometimes, the things that black people miss out on and like the things that we fighting about. Because I really feel like instead of asking, we just need to start playing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Instead of asking for compassion and understanding, those are things you're never going to get. Those are things that other races have realized that they won't get from one another. Asians don't look for compassion from whites. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Russians don't look for compassion from Americans.
Right.
You feel me? They just learn to play their own game.
Definitely.
Become a powerhouse, and then you got to deal with me, period, right?
Yeah, i.e. China.
Facts. So just a little simple shit like this, bro. Donald Trump's wife, his first wife died, Ivanka, right?
Her.
So he buried her on his golf course,
Right.
the golf course in New Jersey. Do you know why he buried her on the golf course?
Because it was like
a tax write-off,
yeah,
right?
it was something crazy, like
Yeah.
a tax lien or loophole, some shit, right?
So even in death, we find it as an expense. The wealthy find death as an asset, right?
I think that was her request too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was her
Like
request.
the genius in it, bro. Like, so it's under New Jersey tax code. Cemetery companies are not only exempt from real estate tax rates, assessments, and personal property tax, but also business taxes, sales taxes, income tax, and inheritance tax. Okay, and New Jersey is also the highest property tax state in America. So they'll take a death to exempt themselves from all of them tax. That's genius, though. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But they've been using death as wealth a long time, just like us.
Yes.
We'll have an insurance policy on our mama or somebody, and when they die, the insurance policy be $10,000. Like right now, we got car insurance policies that are just liability, and if you get in an accident, you can't get no more than what the policy is. So I got in an accident one time, and I had nigga insurance, and
Nigga insurance.
yeah, I go to my lawyer, and he's just like, hey, well, what is your insurance max out at? $10,000. He's like, well, that's all I can get you, right?
Yeah.
I got to figure out what their company max out at. You feel me? Their company was $10,000. That's all I can get you. He said, had you had a full coverage insurance policy that had your policy $100,000 policy, and you got in an accident and your back fucked up, I can get you that $100,000. You feel me? And they do that in death. Like, I've spent most of my life working, trying to prepare something and save something for my sons, when all I had to do was get a fucking good life insurance policy and fucking take my ass to work and enjoy my life. You feel me? I'm out here busting my ass trying to save $1 million when all I had to do was get these folks $200 a month. Now I got $1 million policy, and when I die, my family legacy changes through an insurance policy.
Facts.
You feel me? I don't have to work. We have this notion that we have to work our lives away to be able to leave something for our children. If you ask most people that, they're saying, I'm doing this for my children. White folks got their feet kicked up on the beach right now, having a motherfucking Bud Light, and they're going to have as many as they want until it kill them, and they're going to be just fine because they got a $5 million insurance policy that's going to change legacy. Now imagine that happening with your grandmother. Let's say if your grandmother did that, and your mother did that, you feel me? Now that's 5, 10 million through 20 years, you've accumulated $20 million in wealth through death.
Big facts.
Man, black folks though, like, you know the whole like thing with Buddy on Soul Food, when he was hiding the money the whole time he was in the room with the money and the TV. Like, black folks will also die with property and don't tell nobody about it.
Yeah,
and they say, know it, the state come get it because they didn't, nobody paid the property taxes on it. And that's something I feel like we kind of point our nose up at nepotism, like the real idea of nepotism, because like even coming up in school, like we look at the people who might have, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, your folks do this for you, or your folks do, but the whole time, like being grown-ups, like you just say, like everything we do is just so our kids don't have to worry about nothing. So it's like, I just feel like it's kind of wired, we kind of wired in a way to be like, look at different things as like I don't know, taboo to be, you know what I mean?
And we wear all the wrong things as badges of honor or trophies.
Yeah.
You feel me?
We want to help. If I
have some exclusive shoes that nobody else have, I'm cool with that. You feel me? And if I bought this big ass house on my own and I live in it by myself, I take pride in that. But other cultures, like Mexicans, will come over this bitch and get an apartment, a 2-bedroom. It be 19 of the motherfuckers. They on the same construction site you on, making half the money you make. You feel me? Meanwhile, you take your money back and you pay $1,000 on fucking rent, a $500 light bill. You feel me? You ain't got nothing after your check. It's 20 of these motherfuckers. They all took $50 a piece. You feel me? A week, and put it on these bills. Now they're saving their checks over 3-4 years. You still paying them same bills, ain't saved shit, and these folks done put enough money together to fucking build the empire. Asians do it too. They come over here, get a nail salon. All of them work in a nail salon. They save their fucking money. Every person in that nail salon gets a nail salon.
Yeah.
You feel me? Instead of taking, this is our mentality, and this is what I hate about us. Anytime you get something, black people got their hand out like, give me some. No, I don't need to give you anything but advice and opportunity. You feel me?
And that's the shit that they don't want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, it ain't even got to be nothing big. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all talking about is massive. And I think, platforms like this is going to change it. You know, what y'all doing and the game y'all kick, I watched y'all last show, very entertaining, but the balance of giving niggas knowledge. Like today, I was telling the nigga, small shit. I don't never buy. If I buy something, I'm getting a receipt to that motherfucker. And shout out to FreshBooks, because I pay $15 a month and I log every fucking receipt and I'm writing that bitch off. Right. I'm writing my mileage off. I'm writing everything off. Like, I'm doing everything the white folks doing.
But what age did you get that? Or what pushed you to get that?
I ain't gonna even lie. Last year.
Right. So and that's the problem. And
but see, the thing is though, the moment I found out, you know what I'm saying, when I became a true business owner, that's when I ran and told everybody I know.
Right, and that's what we're supposed to do. But the thing about it is, like, even when people running and telling us everything they know, we don't respond until it's a crisis. We don't know how to fucking prepare for war in the hour of peace. We wait for it's time to fight and then start training. It's too fucking late. You feel what I'm saying? And I was gonna say that we have a mindset to where if I got $10 and I feel like I love y'all and y'all my homies, I'm like trying to divide this shit. Okay, you get two, you get two, you get two. You feel me? I keep the rest. Right. You feel me? When that's not how you're supposed to do it. What I'm supposed to do is take this $10, put it in something, have y'all come help me with it. Make this 10 100, make this 100 1,000, make this 1,000 10,000, and so on and so forth. And when we get a meal, now that $10 had more power, because once I break it up into twos, now we all working with $2. $2 ain't as powerful as 10. You feel me? So if we just work together to flip this 10, then I give y'all 250,000 a piece, and then we do the same thing. You get a clan and you get a crew, and you do the same thing with that. we've developed a system with these $10 that you can take with your $250, you can take with your $250. Now we've amassed wealth, but everything is so personal. Everybody wants to be the face.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be the one that did it. Everybody wants the credit. We don't know how to work together and stick within a system to where nobody gets credit. The system is gets the credit.
But you know what's so crazy about that is that, you know what I'm saying, that as much sense as that make, but you fighting, my nigga, like what 100-something years of warfare that's
We
been
put
on
that goes without
and
saying.
here's the scary part about this. Everything that you just said came from Malcolm X in the 60s, and before him it was Marcus Garvey, and before him it was, and we still like, nigga, we wasn't even thought of, like for real. And we saying the same shit that Malcolm X is saying.
But
and it's 2000 and what it is, I'm so fucking tired. Thank you.
But
It's 22
Farrakhan said this. Farrakhan said this is that it's like he said that like for you to have information. I'm lighting the blunt talking about what Farrakhan said.
No. I was saying the flame was green.
I don't know about the minister. He might hit it though. He catch it in the back room.
Brother minister might talk that bit.
Nah, but he said that he said we can't keep because we have the information now. We understand what our issue is. Once I point out what my issue is, now it's on me to fix it. But what people do is use that issue as a crutch because they don't want the accountability of having to actually get up and fucking do something. Once you know what your issue is, once you know you fat, if you don't go to the gym, it's your fault that you fat. You feel me? So it's like you have to once you know your problem, you have to take action towards your problem. And what we keep using as a crutch, yes, we all have we're behind. That's something that's there. That's not going to change. So let's keep using that as an excuse. It's not going to change anything. But just like you say, like you knew that and you applied. You feel me? So once you get the information, like you say, you had the information, you ran and told everybody you knew. Your job is done.
Right.
Whether they're receptive of that is on them. Because if somebody doesn't receive something you're trying to give them to help them, then it's not like it's probably just not in them. Like we trying to make make chiefs out of Indians a lot of the time.
Well, I tell you though, niggas out here ain't thinking clearly though, and you know, nigga might think it's an excuse, but it's real shit. See it every day. That mental health shit is serious. And one thing that we not doing, we're not going to get no therapy. We're not going to a psychologist to get a psych eval. And what niggas don't understand is a proven fact that PTSD, trauma, all that shit is passed down from generations. So we walking around with Jim Crow, slavery, in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, I was addicted to cocaine, as y'all many know, for 13 years. I've been clean. This year be 7 years.
What's something about 13 years, ain't it?
Yeah.
I'm scared. Y'all got me scared to do anything for 13 years.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Lala always talk about her relationship
Hey,
and it's
13
13 years.
years.
That's why when she started talking about it, I'm like, bro, hold on, man.
But I ain't gonna even front though, man. Bro, a nigga like you, man, whatever happened, dog, you gonna turn that shit around, man, and make that shit work for you.
I don't know.
And I ain't
cocaine
gonna.
Might take a minute.
I'm a wild boy.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you some wild shit, and it
real.
sound crazy, man. Cocaine was the best thing that ever happened to me.
See that's why I don't need it though.
You know, but
you turned it into a documentary. I'm gonna turn it into dead. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
But also
Take
real
it to the
shit though,
mountain.
man. Like I really feel like I was saying, you know, but when I got clean, you know, I was 3 years in being clean, but I was still acting like I was on drugs. Right. The moment I went and got my psych eval and I found out I was bipolar 2, I had PTSD, I had IED, was intermittent explosive disorder. Then I started to get on Diloxetone. I hated the feeling. It made me feel like I was on beans, pills, you know what I'm saying? Them real deal pills when they were like $30 a pill, not the $2 pills.
Yeah.
And
The double stacks, the Vicks,
you did them blue
ones,
dolphins and all that stuff. Yeah. So, you know, but then I started going to therapy and then I started getting the toolbox. That's what I call it. So, you know, the shit that Diloxetone was deferring me to do, like spazzing on my girl on some stupid shit that's you just supposed to smack your teeth and walk off. Nigga, I act like she spit in my face. You know, that's that IND. You know what I'm saying? So I started getting therapy and I'm like, okay, I start feeling them signs and okay, this what I need to do. It wasn't until like then when I started to really get my life together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know if niggas get their mental health together, like mental health, getting all those untreated issues, it causes the cure for everything. And I battle any nigga that think otherwise.
And that's why they attack our mental with a lot of the things. You feel me?
Definitely. The mind tell the body what to do.
So this is what I do, because you Man, you said a whole bunch of shit, and we need to isolate a lot of those things, right? We gonna isolate mental health, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay.
We talked earlier about, you said nepotism is something that black people frown upon, right? And I want to give us credit. Number one, we are the youngest free civilization, right? Probably worldwide. I know there's some people that still in some camps and things like that, but as far as the one that are free, we're the youngest free civilization. So it's a lot of shit that we don't necessarily get how the rest of the world operates. That's why we got a lot of poor behaviors. And what I mean by that is, we talking about all this knowledge that now you have obtained, that we sit and spew out on this show, but we like, people ain't seeming to grasp that shit in the masses, right? It's because to grow, it takes sacrifice, right? How is it to tell a group of people the way we are today in society to sacrifice? So if we the group now that has the information, we got to sacrifice for them to make it, right? If we all drown as a culture, metaphorically drowning, right? Yeah. Cool. We're going to have to make a barrier for them to survive. We might drown. But
oh, no, we're trying to have it.
Right, but everybody in our community is on that, though. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. So even when a nigga get the information, that's why we won't pass it. You get what I mean? Because, like, let's just say, bro, you got some information, right? You learn something. But you know, being around me, I'm a hell of a nigga, right? I'm a smart nigga. You know if you give it to me, where I'm going to go with it. But that might fuck you up, though. It might only be one slot for one black man in this position, in this whatever. You see what I'm saying? Right. So if I give you the information, I know how the world works, you might take that one slot that's available to me. So we're not willing to sacrifice for the cream of our crop to grow. So that's why everybody has this having mentality. Because we look at nepotism as, oh, nigga, you want a handout. Nigga, but white people give handouts like it ain't nothing. They give handouts just because you white like me. You a cracker too, bitch. Take the job. Right.
And even on the simple side of it though, like how many labels have y'all seen? We all do music or have done music. How many labels have you seen where the best rapper on the label is never the star because the star on the label is the one who kind of got all the say so. Yeah. You feel me? Back burner action. That's another like bro. Like people don't like we don't never want to see our strongest soldiers up front because. Like you say, but that's when you mention Malcolm X, that's the one thing that a lot of they always talked about black people struggle with is understanding that it takes sacrifice to get ahead, and nobody wants to sacrifice anything.
And let me tell you something about sacrifice. It don't feel good, my nigga. Because I want to go back to what you just said some real shit, and it sparked in my memory. You know, like it's a downside, it's a double-edged sword trying to go out here and get this education. Back in 2010. I started the peep game on what the city of Pensacola was doing, the regime that was in power then. It's a little bit more diverse now. They had this plan where Commissioner Doug Underhill, wanted to stop the ECA, the bus route, out here to Warrenton and Blue Angel. What I know what they wanted to do was what they're doing now. They want to take all of the 10-yard, Addis Court, all that. They want the Aragon Court, that shit. If you're not familiar with Aragon Court, imagine the village right there on the water, right where the 3 Mile Bridge starts. That's where Aragon Court was.
Same thing they did to Scambion.
Same thing to your hood. But it's even more prevalent with Aragon Court because it was that beachfront. They want the property. Right. It was bad water.
So for the viewer, they just want to take over the land.
They take over, and they say it was bad water. Yeah. So, and then they was like, damn, that should work. Let's try 10-yard. Let's try this. Let's try, because black people occupied all the desirable property. And then they were going to take all the public housing, all your vouchers and shit. They was going to move it out there by Blue Angel. And guess what? The buses don't run out there no more. So every chance I got, I don't know if you remember the Game Plan Awards, but they asked me to speak during, like in the middle, like a presenter or something. I used that time to talk about that shit. I talked about it everywhere. And next thing you know, hey, Mayor calling my phone. I want to meet with you. All right, I'm gonna take my homeboy now. Hey, Bone, what you doing this week? We going to the mayor's office. You know, Bone came right in with me. Dang. And you make enough noise, man. But here's the crazy thing. When I started realizing that some of the friends of the program, that I'm not gonna say no names, and I'm cool with, I got no problem with. But when I realized that the champion for people was in on it, I started to call that shit out. No matter our relationship, we're good. Distant, we're good. So I became the enemy, the most hated man on Facebook and probably in Pensacola.
For speaking out on...
speaking out and warning people. And I'm a troublemaker, I'm crazy, and all this shit. But you look now, the motherfuckers that had them homes in the 10 yard, they ain't got them no more.
So
You know what I'm saying?
where does this advocacy shit come from? Where does a person like you who comes from, I know you done music back in the day, right? You talked about your drug addiction early, right?
Right.
Where does this, have you always had this hometown hero mentality? Have you always had this look out for your fellow man mentality?
Oh, definitely.
Or was it just something that,
I lost my dad at 6, and my aunt was like, you know, I had nothing but aunties around me, and she said, you're gonna need a father figure, you're gonna need a strong man, and she gave me the autobiography of Malcolm X, and that became my father from the grave from that day.
yeah.
And so I just wanted to be like him when I grew up.
So how much of that mentality also played in the deterioration of your own personal health? A lot of times people who look forward to helping other people don't take care of themselves. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So-
That's why I'm tired as fuck right now. I'm sitting in front of y'all.
Right. So but how much of that had played into drug addiction and things like that? Like,
You know,
because you can find more value in helping others. Sometimes that makes you feel valuable. I don't feel worth anything unless I'm helping someone else.
Oh, definitely. Well, see, the thing with the drug addiction, you know, let's take away drug, just addiction. That's just a symptom of untreated mental health.
So all my fucking is untreated. I ain't.
Boy, that shit was circling in my mind. Like, goddamn, maybe I need therapy.
Yeah, for real though.
No, you know, because let me tell you, man. Every time you whether it's TikTok or whatever, man, we watching our brothers and sisters get gunned down, whether it's from us or whether it's from the police, and you know the news, you know certain shit. When TV, remember when TV used to go off? You know what I'm saying? You weren't seeing murder and all this crazy.
TV used to go off.
Yeah, that American flag came on, it was a rap.
A rap, dog.
And
I remember seeing that shit. I was like a kid, 4, 5,
hey,
TV gone.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all anxiety podcast. They used to
That's
have
why I
the
got
color
it up
lines.
there.
Yeah. That's how that's you know they had the color lines. Just bing. That's what you heard all night until you know ABC came back on the next day.
Right.
But now you're seeing shit that wouldn't fly in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Mid '90s, and we've just got so much access to murder. I mean, if you want to, you could probably pull up gang rape. Like right there, and you're seeing the shit you're not supposed to see, and like that's creating trauma. You get trauma for so much different shit. So that was a long way of answering your question. No, I don't think that had nothing to do with the drug addiction. That those mental health problems in my head. My dad died at 6. I don't know what the fuck that did. I never cried about it.
Right.
So I don't know what that did to me, but did some along with other things and other things, and you know. I just started self-medicating, man, and one thing wasn't good enough. Then I graduated and fucked around, got my master's and shit. Doctor.
I got my master's.
Is your master's.
Bitch, is your master's.
Just good thing you
gonna
get your
tell you
doctorate.
You know what I mean? Boy, thank God I didn't get that doctorate, boy. I'm telling you, boy.
So that crack would have lit up off.
No, not at all.
You would not be a guest right now.
I don't know if I
You'd
would
be
have had the
peeling them up
comeback
off the
story
street.
of the year on no crack, though.
Right.
Like, that's
Boy.
a little tough, man.
But
But
I'm glad you get your doctorate.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna tie it in all this, right? We see now the DA of Atlanta talking about all the indictments that she got coming down
Clout
for
chase.
like rap groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
We see what YSL is going through, right? We see that those niggas are multimillionaires, and I'm gonna say allegedly, but you know what I mean, we can all see the forest for the trees, right? Have accomplished everything that as a black person coming from poverty would want to accomplish, but still live in those atmospheres, right? They still can be rich and still active in the streets, right? Is there do you feel like music is influencing the streets? What impact? Obviously, it's an influence. But I've asked this question and I've debated this on this before. What do you feel like music is doing to like the minds of young people in the street? Do you think this is the reason why everything's so violent, everything's so...
Hey, you know what's crazy is that I was watching that episode. I was in the comments during the episode, and
Yeah.
I was siding with what you were saying about like people who are shooters. You know what I'm saying? Just to drop it in layman's terms, they shooters. They don't need music. I grew up listening to Project Pat, Gator Green, like Mass Robin, you know, Bareface Robin, all the kind of shit. Like, I'm not none of that. You know what I'm saying? The type of music that I make today reflects my average life. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like does it trigger? Yes. Is it a catalyst for fuck shit sometimes? Yes. Like, everybody know what Knuck If You Buck used to do in a club, like, even if folks, but I feel like it always triggered the folks who was gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? To me, like, you know, people who on bullshit coming on bullshit. But, you know, to answer your question, I think is now it's more hand in hand than ever. Like, I feel like it's doing both. You know what I'm saying? There's people that's rapping about bodies now. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, you got the internet that's so into it that they telling people to do stuff that people just, you know what I'm saying? They want to. I'm looking at Facebook and Instagram, and I look at folks that's like, damn, bro, ain't dead yet. Y'all been beefing for 2 weeks. Like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, bro, these is folks that like.
The internet be so mad your op's still alive.
Bro.
Damn, nigga,
like,
you ain't gonna kill him?
You feel me? They had Best Buy typing this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The goddamn CD section, like, damn, bro, why you ain't did nothing to do? So I just feel like it influence.
As he go to his college class in the morning.
You feel me? Like,
that nigga?
It influenced everything. I feel like it influenced the fans, it influenced like all of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, like, it's like a part of me enjoys the realism, or like, you just know, like, if something that's that savage, you know what I'm saying, is like rapping about doing something to somebody, if they willing to like, you know what I mean, explain that in a way, in a clever way, or whatever the case may be, whether it be real or not, it's just like, dang, bro. The whole thought of it being real is kind of what drives everybody. It's just like, damn, bro. Hey, I know, bro. He do some funny stuff, but shit, I heard in the street he'll burn your ass. Like, so it's just like, I don't know. I think it do influence now, but now it's just like the clout. Ever since that word clout was invented, bro, I think it was just the variable. That's the atom for everything, bro.
I said that clout is the atom.
That's the atom, bro. That's where it started. Clout it just started from there.
But see, I believe, I agree with you on that. It's both, because, like, you know what I'm saying, you fuck around. You got Rick Ross talking about putting the Molly in the drink on I don't know, I forgot what song. She didn't even know it. And Reebok, you know, hell nah, we ain't getting behind that. We let you talk about killing niggas all day, but we ain't getting behind that. But then
they understand that that's your influences.
And then I live in Duval County, man.
I hate when you say
that. Oh, they came back though. Didn't they come back? Reebok came back and picked them back up though, didn't they?
I don't know.
But then at the same time, I live in Duval County. You know what I'm saying? Young and Ace and Fulio, that shit is real.
Yeah, that shit is
That shit's
real.
beyond real and crazy.
Listen,
and here's
them
the
niggas
thing:
wildin', though.
them niggas don't make rap songs about what they gonna do to you. They make rap songs about what they did to you.
Right. And then you get mad when them white folks say we gonna use your lyrics. No, nigga, you killed Corbin and you asked niggas where was Corbin. Like I heard you say.
Right, let me tell you something.
How you telling me you don't know who Corbin is?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, nigga. No, you clearly know.
Hey, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
I remember every one of them cases when they hit News for Jacks. Yeah. I've been seeing it live. Corbin, matter of fact, crazy story. I was working at Amazon. Fuck Amazon. And I
got a package on the way right now.
Anxiety Issues Podcast ain't say that. They started the podcast network.
Views are all mine.
Okay.
But I was working in the hiring department, man. And you know, God be doing this thing with me, man. I got demoted. But it do not justify the fact that y'all demoted me. But I got demoted, and the next day, nigga got killed out there. I would have been standing right there. Come to find out, that was Jump Out. On the line from Who I Smoke, he said, Jump Out thought shit was sweet till them boys found out where he worked and they clocked him out.
Yeah.
That was that line. I was right fucking there.
That's a cold ass bar though.
See, that's what shit it made like yeah. It's like,
but you know why though? You know why that's a cold bar to me? And this is my take on it.
Yeah, because he did. That's why it's a cold ass bar.
I ain't laughing at that shit,
But I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, I'm not laughing.
And I'm gonna tell you why
though.
It's the same thing. Like when we were younger, our video games and shit were different, right? And I didn't play fucking RoboCop and want to go out and shoot no fucking body. No, I did not. But what I'm saying is that the level of like we've been desensitized over the years.
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker like go play Call of Duty all day long, and it's a lot of shit that we are processing, bro, and we take in that we don't remember taking in. Just like he said, his father died when he was 6. He don't remember what it did to him, but he sure did something.
Absolutely.
So it's just like that's why I'm so conscious of what I feed my subconscious. I don't leave certain shit on my TV. I don't leave certain radio stations on or not, because your brain doesn't shut off. It's consuming whether you're paying attention or not. So with shit like that, with the video games, so like I can play Call of Duty all day long. I'm dying and responding. I'm shooting the big guns and all this shit. You feel me? And of course, I don't want to go out and fucking do this shit in real life, but it's desensitizing me to death.
Right.
You feel me? Over and over. So now that's why somebody can go online. Like when somebody died when we were younger, that shit was a big deal.
Big deal.
Oh, yeah.
I had a partner drown at the beach, bro. That shit still traumatized me to this day.
Absolutely.
You feel me? But these motherfuckers, like you say, your ops ain't dead yet. It's a game to them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we don't have to feel and see shit the way we used to. It's one thing about me telling you, hey, bro, it was a crazy ass accident in the middle of New Orleans, and cars flipped over, bodies everywhere. Damn, that's wild. But if you came through here.
Right.
And you seen that carnage, that shit would never leave you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the level of we've been desensitized to certain things. The music does that. A lot of things do that. Like I do agree that shooters are gonna shoot, because if you Knuckle You Buck came on in the club and you was a scary ass nigga, it didn't make you want to fight.
Got to the wall.
Real scared.
Right, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you are a nigga who's trying to keep the peace that night,
Right.
and that shit is in you, and that song come on, it made you feel like you want to
It
fight.
did make me hit the nigga I've been looking at for the last hour.
Right.
Like,
So when they come on
that's
and
all.
you like, damn, Knuckle You Buck, and you
Yeah.
built like that, and here come this nigga,
Yeah.
it influenced.
Hey,
So
I
when
got
I
a
say
question,
influence, when I say music influences, I don't mean music controls everything, but music is one of the most powerful hypnotizing tools in the world. That's why white people have to control it. That's why when motherfuckers go get the masters, try to get the master, shit get weird. You feel me? Because they understand that they control this industry on all sides, white, black, Asian, whatever. Right. You feel me? Music is the most powerful, influential tool on the planet, bro. That's in places that don't even have fucking radios. When you beating the drum, you feel me? I practice a religion, but when them drums get going, shit get weird, bro. You feel me? Because music influences a feeling. You wasn't finna go into the Holy Ghost right then and there, but when them motherfucking church organs start going out and the pastor start preaching, and a lot of the times it's not even the words sometimes, bro. That's why music is about rhythm. It could be a rhythm that sets you off.
That's because you look wild catching Holy Ghost, ain't nothing playing. That just look wild.
But how do you?
Like them parties we're supposed to be having a headphones.
You gotta have somebody.
But if
you gotta
somebody
find
did,
it.
though, you got the institute. You got to take her to the institute.
Listen, bro,
Right
that
now.
blunt ain't gonna fire itself up. You can put all the weed in it, but you need some fire to get that motherfucker going.
Sure.
That music is that fire, son.
Yeah.
But
Nah, for
imagine
real.
somebody catching the Holy Ghost doing offering. You got to take them somewhere.
Oh, yeah. That'd be the best time to do it.
They're gonna be frowned upon.
If you had no money in your
that would
pocket,
be the
that'd
best time to do
get
it.
that
Yeah,
vote.
that is true, though.
Hey, but now look, though.
What's your question?
Because I got a question, though, because with all that being said, right, how do y'all feel about, like, the message being told by, okay, like 21 Savage just got all this backlash, right?
Yeah,
You know what
let's
I'm
talk
saying?
about it.
What happened now?
And well, you know, he recently went on live and he was speaking about, like, you know what I'm saying, basically put the guns down. It was like a bunch of like crazy shootings. I think like a 6-year-old was murdered or something, or you know, people just been dying. 6 people had died in like the
This is
last.
for me. Yeah, go ahead.
So you know what I'm saying. So he went on there and he was saying like, hey, you know, put the guns down. So as soon as he said that, of course, Twitter got to twittering, got to pulling up all the lyrics. Like, hey, bro, you just on Drake's song saying spin a nigga block like it ain't nowhere to park. Like me, myself, like I feel like it's always room for growth. You know what I'm saying? So like I always would give him that light, but like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like
Go
ahead,
but
bro,
but
like-
this the thing though, Kazi. There's always room for growth. Like we can refer to being an addict or whatever. There's
But he
always
got a
room
little
for
bit more
growth.
time.
But this is the thing. I say this all the time to my partners, like, and I have to take this advice myself. Like, if you've been a liar your whole relationship with a woman, right? And when you finally start telling the truth and she doesn't believe you, give her some time, nigga. You a liar. She expects you to lie because you've been a liar. Be somebody who's been honest long enough for me to fucking ease into this. You feel me? So my thing is like, yeah, he's cool. It's cool if he said put the guns down, right? And those people aren't wrong for their reaction, but his reaction to their reaction has to be different. You feel me? So when they react and say, hey, bro, you tripping. You just had these lyrics in your song. Don't try to justify with the shit you said. Just say, hey, bro, you know what? I've grown from that. I'm in a different space now. I understood that the shit that I was peddling was wrong and it was counterproductive.
But
what I'm
he
saying.
can't say that because he gonna kill some niggas next album.
No, and then,
Right, but so my thing is that's why you defend it, because you understand that you want the forgiveness, but you don't want to change the behavior.
But see, that lets you know that that's what these labels are pushing. That might be the real him, but he can't do that because if he
don't say put the guns down, stay you.
That's not true.
Like what I'm saying, let's look at a nigga like Bone.
He probably ain't gonna put the guns down in the song.
Bone made Boom. Bone made some.
I've made some crazy ass music,
right?
Yeah.
But I haven't heard that from you in the last 4 years,
right?
You know what I mean,
right?
So you got that flexibility to do that.
But see, this the thing about it though, is if somebody comes to me that ain't heard me in 4 years and say, "Boy, I remember you was on that Boom shit," you feel what I'm saying? It's like I have to understand where they're coming from when they try to pick, like, because people like you have friends that. Like, you ever had a friend that think he know you, he ain't seen you since middle school, but he bump into you 20 years later?
I hate that.
And he still try to treat you like middle school?
Yeah, I be finna beat niggas up. Because I was a jokester in middle school. Now you see me now and I'm angry all the time. Like, bro, don't.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but my thing is this, is that we have to, it's just like, yeah, bro, you might tell him, hey, bro, I ain't that no more, bro. Don't play with me. You feel me? But in your mind, you understand why he did that. You understood why he tried you like that, because you understood that's the last version of you he's seen. Right. Like, bro, you didn't even ease us into this campaign.
Yeah.
You feel me? There was no turkey drives, no giveaways that you broadcasted, and then you come and you say,
in the heat of the moment, that nigga had a human being moment. He seen something, and that's one thing with the social media shit.
Right. And that's fine, but this is what happens though. This is what happened. This is what I don't like about humans is, right, we only want to empathize when it's on our doorstep and when it rubs us the wrong way. Yeah. When something happens to him, I have to have the same empathy that I would want somebody to have for me. So it's just like when everybody else cousins and daughters and the ops peoples was dying, you feel me? You kept making your music. You didn't give a fuck. But when something happened and landed on your doorstep, now you want to have a human moment and you want us to feel sorry for you.
Listen, this is what we gotta start. This is what we gotta start doing though. Okay, listen. First of all, I hate when people act like violence is just exclusive to black people.
True.
That's one of the biggest things about it. The world is controlled by violence. You know why Russia ain't attacked America? Nigga, violence. Yeah. You fuck with us? Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it, motherfucker. It's up. You feel me? Yeah. Violence controls the world. You know why Christianity is your religion here? Because violence won that motherfucker, right? It was other religions. There was other religions around. But violently, we say
disagree with you on that, but I feel you.
But if you look back through history, religious wars. That's why Bibles were written. Or this version of the Bible was out in certain places. Violence ran that. You know why you had to go hide and practice your other religion? Because we'll kill you if we find you with that other book around here. You feel me? But my only point is this, though. Okay, cool. I don't mind when rappers or gangsters talk about killing gangsters.
Right.
You sign up for that, right?
Right.
We don't never say that about the mafia. The mafia done killed more people than anybody, but they killed other Italians, right? They killed other mafia members, and it was what it was, right? The problem is when you start killing innocent victims. Now we done made it so cool to be gangster, right? We done made it so cool to be a shooter. Now you got niggas shooting with their eyes closed. You getting switches. All your bullets come out in 2.3 seconds. You ain't aimed at a motherfucking thing because you're really scary out here. You too scared to walk. See, I don't have a problem with savagery because it's going to exist with or without you. Nigga, if you're a real gangster, walk up on your target and kill it. Stop shooting at it with your fucking eyes closed. That 6-year-old baby didn't have shit to do with that. That's the kind of shit that I feel like as gangsters or as if you live in that life, man, you should turn niggas in for that. I don't mean like turn them into the police, but your option no. Hey man, this the nigga that shot that 6-year-old, man. The gang ain't fucking with that. You feel me? Like as the mob, you couldn't go kill a kid for a reason. They got rules behind that shit, right? But black people, we just out here free falling when it comes to it. And I'm not justifying the life they live, but if I signed up for something, bro, I signed up for it. I don't feel sad when a gangster die. That's what he signed up for. Let him tell it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say white people they do control music, but I'm not saying that this is why they putting it out because it's just black people killing black people. Nah, that's lucrative in our community. We understand that. It's more authentic when we do anything. First of all, we're the most talented, most impersonated people in the world. That's my personal opinion, right? Mm-hmm. Everything look better when we do it. Mm-hmm. You can give a white person a dance and we do it, it's better. White person cook some food, we get it, it's better. You feel me? A nigga can drive a car, a white person been driving, all of a sudden you see that motherfucking motor. We just make shit better. You feel me? So that's what It's a reflection of our lives. That's why I defend music so much. I'm not justifying the violence that go on, but as long as it's among gangsters, it is what it is. Because white people do it, and we don't never have no problem with it. When are we going to separate church from state when it comes to black people?
But see, my thing is, when white people got that music of violence and all that, but that's not what they pushing. Even our R&B,
it's not as
R&B
lucrative.
artists is even telling us, singing to us about murdering people.
But it's lucrative. So the white people gonna get behind anything the money comes.
They invested into that. It's good for business for black people to be killing black people.
But they can't make us buy nothing we don't want. The love music still out here. We just stop buying it. Taking them be singing, we don't fuck with it.
Advertising and marketing is a hell of a thing.
But
I don't never want a McDonald's, but boy, that motherfucker come on and that ba shit. I'm in the car going to get it.
But you can market. NBA YoungBoy has been put in a house in Utah. Couldn't move, couldn't go nowhere. No marketing, no single, no nothing. Still the most streamed artist out right now. Just got a $60 million deal. Zero marketing. They just love what he fucking with. But they been marketing the shit out of Giveon and all these singing niggas.
Oh, no.
But
what I'm saying by marketing is they don't have to market no more. It markets, the job is done.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, like, we talking NWA. That was an experiment.
It was
to see if it could work.
Yeah.
Then you go into Death Row, Bone Thugs, No Limit, that kind of shit. And then it's like, okay, we got something here. But now they don't have to market. But now it's a machine.
But that's not from the machine. That's from the people love the edge, man. When we say something, man, you know, people just scared of your skin, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could just be black, a normal person, bro. You walk in the room right now, all the accolades, you got everything.
They a little
you
less
doing.
scared of me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because you light skinned.
Yeah,
but if you was a little darker though, you understand what it is, right?
They be acting like sometimes you kind of got up.
That's because you don't have hair, right? You don't got the whole
exactly.
beard,
If I had at least this up in there, but they seem as less.
But you walk in the room, bro, the last thing they see is who you really are. They see your skin first. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they film before I get there. So it's an energy that they know that my power is greater than theirs, so they gonna feel that.
Agreed.
And then their mind gonna translate, this nigga gonna kill me instead of this nigga gonna outthink me.
But when we say those type of things that we say on record, man, that shit is a feeling that they can't create. We creating a feeling that you can't imitate. Rap music feel better, man. White people are the biggest consumers of this shit, though. You know that, right?
But do you know? But do you know that?
Because they can't get that feeling from their own shit.
Right.
The Twist don't do it no more.
Right. But that feeling was there before music was violent.
From us.
Yeah.
But then it's a reflection of how we were living. We like the white people didn't say, "Hey, stop doing the fucking chicken and then start killing niggas." No, we started killing niggas when crack came. Now we can blame white people for that.
So I mean,
they changed our environment.
Even though the feeling was there when we were younger, back to my same point that I made earlier is that like shit was shielded. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like now, Cardi B can get on the radio now about wet ass pussy,
Facts.
And then you got 6-year-old in the car. That kind of shit would never fly in the 90s. So you know what I'm saying? Not on the radio. Not on the radio. Definitely not on the fucking radio. They didn't even have guns on the video. Word. You know, they'll bleep them shit out on the box back in the day. I'm really showing my age now, talking about the box about nigga. But
we can Google some old R&B songs that was.
But we talking.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So. They might. The point it is now on the radio. They might as well let her say it. But this shit is on the radio now. Kids is listening to it, man. It's, you know what I'm saying.
My argument all the time is that it's a 360, bro. You just said earlier that they don't influence the music. They influence the communities, right? But my thing is that if I influence the community and I know that the music is coming out of the community, I can crash your shit, right? Mm-hmm. You sing about it. I can, just like they do to us, black people. They put us through slavery. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Now they make slave movies and we go pay to see what happened to us. Right. You feel me? Double win. So I feel like they do this with music. They fucking poison the communities, right? The community sing about it, and I take what you sing about and I market that to the world. You feel what I'm saying? And I sell that too. So I'm winning all the way around the board. You feel me? I'm thriving off of black destruction regardless. So that's why I say it's a 360. It's all the way around for me. It's the influence, the effect. You feel me? Because I can cause you pain and sing about your heartache. I won twice.
Mm-hmm. But if you're gonna clean up, you got to cut at the roots, not the stems, not the leaves. You feel me? So yes, music is an issue, sure. But it's not the root of the problem. It's what they do to the communities. That's where the fixing comes in.
And I agree with that. That's why I say. That's why I always explain when I say influence. I don't mean in totality. It doesn't control everything. But
you getting that we argue?
I was gonna say that's the reason why 21 Savage would lean over to No Plug and say, "Hey, say you the dude that killed Bankroll first."
Right.
Because he already know like perception and,
Right.
and the vantage point for where them people gonna look at him like, oh damn, like I'm just gonna buy his music because goddamn, I just think he bought it. Like it's just like
and him in particular, bro. He don't get a pass. I'm gonna tell you why, because like you say, gangsters rap about killing gangsters, right? I've heard him have kill the kids too lyrics. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know
Like,
if I heard.
so even if he's saying put the guns down because innocent babies are getting hurt, nigga, you got a lyric to say you gonna kill the whole family, the kids too.
Have I said kill the kids? I don't think I killed kids.
Yeah, I ain't killed no kids.
I don't think so.
I ain't
I
no
killed a lot of
killing
niggas.
Back
No, but like-
I didn't put
right.
that in my lyrics.
At the
You
same
killed
time, you don't
kids
wanna-
on wax, goddamn.
You don't want to take away from
Don't feel bad. This nigga fought God. So
I know, yeah.
first lyric I ever heard from this nigga was "Fading God."
So that man square up, bro.
That man did. That man told God to square up though.
That's crazy,
There's a song
man.
called "Asking God for a Favor."
It was though.
What is
I think God
what his
respected
set look
because he
like?
blessed him after that shit.
Yeah, what kind of set he put
That
up?
was what kind of say he put up.
Nah, for real though, he put a one.
Nah, God wrap up.
Hey, he might have hit you one.
That boy said God rap up.
Yeah, he wrap up.
That's the
Oh, you don't think he gonna? Oh, nah.
That boy said
I
God
think
rap
I might
up.
let him go.
Now his grounding pound serious. Absolutely.
Hey, God wrap up.
But my question is why we don't separate shit like white people do. And I hate holding black people accountable for shit we don't hold nobody else accountable for.
Yeah.
There are video games out here with prostitution in them. There are video games out here that literally are marketed to children. Fortnite, bro. You like you say, you murder a nigga, he spawn back. We get guns and we shoot niggas all the time in these video games. It's been going on forever, but they turn that into a prestigious career if you make video games, right?
I mean, we walk in contradictions. I was gonna say.
But why are we doing this to ourselves though? When you can sell alcohol or you can make cigarettes, known killers, right?
Yeah.
Like if a white person's daughter came home with the CEO of Smirnoff, or if you ain't know anything about gin, I don't know if you know where Seagram's gin come from. That's real mafia shit, real murderer shit. Got that shit. They billionaire people now, right? But if you came home from one of those families or one of those jobs, you look at the prestigious person, man, them drugs. You feel me? They doing the same thing to weed right in front of your face. We all know niggas locked up for weed. Now it's becoming a lucrative motherfucking thing. So why are we always held accountable for shit like, it's the music causing shit, but we don't never say the video game's the reason for these mass shootings?
Well,
we do.
you got to think though.
No, we say it, but the world don't. Yeah, of course we say it.
The way they working, that's just one facet of it. They giving you the music, and while they're doing that, you know, they already planted the seed with Reagan and with the, you know, the drug, the crack, and you know what I'm saying, and everything that they did over there with the DEA and all that shit. And then they planted the seed before that by killing all our leaders. And then like now, you know, they're dropping off crates of guns. So it's all this shit is working together. So it's a deliberate. These motherfuckers are the devil, dog.
That DEA store, if you know how the crack got into that shit, wild.
That's crazy as
and
fuck.
You can go really,
And it's true.
It is.
And it's the president of the United States of America.
Hey, if you know that story though, that shit wild. You like, oh, that shit is wild.
Yeah, literally poison communities.
Man.
And so that's what I'm saying.
Franklin
So
Saint.
And now the DEA, it's a long story.
It's a long
I don't
story.
want to.
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah.
know this.
it's worth it.
I
I mean, man,
know they try
go
to,
check
like-
it out. Read up on it when
Right.
you. But I say this though, man. They are like that's to answer your question. That's what I think. They're working on all facets. Why they working on this? They're working on that. They're working on that. And they've been doing this for a fucking long time. And just got us chasing our tails, man.
So how much of it is mental health? I heard you talk about it earlier, and I can look at certain rappers, bro. I don't have to be a doctor. I don't have to have an MD in anything, bro. I can look at Kodak Black and tell he ain't the most stable motherfucker, whether he was Kodak Black or not. I can look at NBA Youngboy and tell you the same exact motherfucking thing, right? They ain't the most stablest people, right? So how much of this is mental health issues in our community not being diagnosed? We just labeling you cool shit. You the shooter now. You the killer, but we just know you ain't like. But in reality, you might be bipolar. Or you
You're
might
off a
be
little bit, yeah.
schizo. You might be some. That's why you handle issues the way you handle it. But we'll label it something to be celebrated.
Yeah. I just tell you, like, niggas ain't thinking clearly when you got all this untreated mental health in your head. Right. It's just like you're not thinking clearly on anything because, to be honest, like this conversation that we having now, 6 years ago, I ain't gonna say I wouldn't give a fuck about it, but not to this extent.
Right.
You know, even though I was, I hate the word activist, but that's what they call it. I cared about the issues I cared about. You know what I'm saying? So the moment I start getting my mental health clear and I start to, you know, like I can read and comprehend. And I know that sounds funny, but You know, it's really,
Yeah.
you know,
I feel you.
because shit accompany, like, so if you got bipolar 2, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have some signs, like when you read and that shit going to be like dyslexia. It attacks the brain for real. Like, and what's so crazy is just in the 80s, though, health insurance companies just start picking up the tab on mental health a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they'll pay out on the physical. So, you know, like, so with the brain telling the body telling the body what to do, and, you know, like, my bipolar 2 is not bipolar 1. So
I was just gonna ask you, are you versed in the difference between the two? Because I would like to know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know the difference, and I don't think most fans know either.
well, see, it's really kind of.
I'm sure it's
it's
deep in
weird.
rap.
Yeah, because then you will have to get into BDP too.
Right, borderline personality disorder.
Which is the cousin of bipolar
Facts.
of the twin brothers. You know, but bipolar 1 is the most common when niggas call you bipolar. You know what I'm saying? And bipolar 2 is just it's a chill version of it.
Right.
But everybody talk about bipolar, you know, and when I stated everything that I was battling, that's what most people grab hold to. But the most dangerous thing was IED,
which is
intimate explosive disorder. So let's say it like this.
that shit sounds like a problem.
Oh, it's crazy. Oh, it's crazy.
That sound explosive.
It's crazy. So this is actually, and I'm
man.
gonna explain what it is, and I swear to you, everybody in this room, and y'all watch, y'all gonna know 5 people just like this, and be like, damn, that nigga ain't crazy. That's what's wrong with that nigga. Say Boneface just knocked my phone off the thing. Then Cracker just knocked it off. I blow the fuck, you fuck ass, I'm talking about, take it somewhere it do not need to go. Right. I walk out 5 minutes later, Boneface. That was my bad, I'm sorry. You know, that's the number one thing you can see with IED. They're not just gonna blow up and it's up. They're gonna calm down and quickly think about it and come to you and tell you, like, that was my bad, I should have blow up, and then you're gonna soak for the next 2 days.
Right.
That's the
They keep telling you my bad,
IED.
man. I know I told you
Yeah,
4 times,
definitely.
bro, but my bad.
Definitely.
The other day, you like, bro, it's
Dap
cool.
you up like 4
So,
times.
so
yeah.
think about how many
Like,
niggas,
nah, it's cool, bro.
Like
Yeah.
you said, I can think of 5
how
right now.
many,
Yeah.
right? You
Oh,
know,
man.
so if you got IED, you probably got 2 more other things. You know, I believe all black people got PTSD.
No, I can believe
and
it.
then you know what I'm saying, if you know a nigga with IED, and man, there's so many of them, and that shit untreated is deadly.
Yeah.
It's deadly, man. It's just a matter of life or death. Suicide accompanies that a lot. You know,
I know a woman being on your arm would struggle with that a lot.
If you had that,
if you have that,
if you have which one?
The explosive one.
I almost this nigga. Bro, I almost lost my girl. Like one thing about my girlfriend, man, she stuck with me through the whole shit. Like, but on and off, you know,
Even
cocaine
being
and
understanding
everything.
that got to be hard.
But
all my women got it. So
I'm gonna be
I-
honest with you. You know how I found out I had all this shit? That because she was finna leave and she was fucking done. And on the way, you know, like, I ain't finna be like most niggas, like, I'm a kill myself, not no shit like that. But I'm like, okay, if you just give me one more chance, I'm gonna go get myself checked out. And that report came back. I was like, nah, white people tell you anything. And I Googled. That's the first thing I said. So I understand with this.
Them folks so you was bipolar, that nigga said, man, white folks.
Let me tell you the craziest shit. I called the first person I
respect
called
that, yeah.
was my brother John. And if you don't want honest shit, you better not ask my brother shit. So I said, man, they say I got this and I got IED. He said, I ain't never heard that shit. He said, man, white people, man, they just trying to push it. I said, well, let me read you what IED is. I just Googled it. And I read it.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
that
you.
nigga said,
No, don't press it right.
that nigga said, he got quiet. He said, spot on.
Yeah, he wasn't lying.
So,
Hey, nah,
you know.
but that's the funny thing about mental health. If you read up on it, bro,
Yeah.
that shit is specific. It ain't vague or nothing, but that shit will describe a motherfucker to a T.
So
And
think
you be
about
like,
this. So think about these niggas that's beefing out here, right? I ain't finna name out sets or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You take these niggas and they get treated for a month or 2. Now you could get these niggas in the same room, and you got a clear, good shot of at least ending the first 4 steps of ending beef, because it's clear thinking and it's clear. But these niggas now, I swear to you, I know these jits. I look at them and they fucking eyes are
These niggas
Circle
heads
K.
ain't never clear.
My nigga, Like it's sad, dog. It's really sad. Like I don't know, man. They like I said, I mentioned Young and Ace and Fulio and all them boys, and I'm a huge fan of all of them. You know, I think of their talent. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them boys. I wish they just stopped that shit. But at the same time,
Nah, they be snapping.
yeah, they do. But I'm talking about the real life shit though. Not even the music. I love the music, but the shit that's been going on, like everybody know Jacksonville's off the fucking chain. It's because of them niggas. You know, it has been for a while. Them niggas have seen.
Start making it public. And that rap songs that got to 1 million views, it be the outside.
These niggas
And
16 taking bodies, seeing people die like you.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the saddest part of all this to me, bro. And why I have a problem with a nigga like that saying put the guns down randomly and expecting people to just listen to you now. Bro, throughout these beasts, bro, so many fucking soldiers died. So many casualties for you niggas to finally decide I'm going to go to therapy for 15 minutes and come and shake hands and end this shit. And all of these people have died for nothing now. Now you niggas featuring on a song together. And I understand that's the beginning of growth. But bro, why do so many fucking people have to be sacrificed before you fucking, like, it's just like...
It's because we have nothing, bro. At the end of the day, like, when you grow up in these environments, bro, feeling of value is worth something. We all kids at the end of the day, right? This happens when niggas be young, right? Everybody, it's a lot of fatherless kids. It's a lot of wild ass mothers out here, right? Man, that shit feel good, that hood love. Like you got it from
I
music.
get that.
You got it.
I
man,
get
that
it.
shit feels incredible.
Yeah,
like,
I get why.
Yeah, when the hood show you love, and
right.
like, bro, that shit is like something you never felt. And then God forbid you never felt family love. That's why these niggas do that shit. When they be looking at each other like, bros for life, and I ride for you. They subconsciously that shit is love for them, right? Till you get in them situations, then you realize it ain't so much love.
I tell you though,
but it's
I think we do got rappers that be rapping about mental health and stuff, though. I think the average person in the black community calls him a weirdo, though.
Yeah.
No, and that's what I'm finna say. Go
true.
back to my what I was saying was that the moment right after the cipher is when I said I'm not rapping no more, because when the mayor came to find me, I said I can make a fucking difference out here. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The moment I started doing that, I got hate from a lot of people because of who I was going after. But they whispered the proudness, how proud they are. They whisper. So what these niggas got right here, what they think people gonna think is lame, man, stay true to your motherfucking self and do that shit, because niggas gonna love it. They gonna love it. I'm telling you, dog. Like look at y'all niggas.
Yeah, and it may not
You know
be
what I'm
instant.
saying?
It may not be instant gratification, but it'll happen. And I think that's why we can't get change in music for real, because there's no instant gratification. It's on the back end. You feel what I'm saying? So, like right now, you say there may be a guy that raps about mental health and he's a weirdo. You feel me? But if you stick with that shit long enough, the currents always, the trend always changes. You stick with it long enough and your audience grows big enough, you'll become the trend. And then you can influence the next generation, but that's a slow shift. It's not something that happens overnight. You're not going to have a Christian rapper just drop tomorrow and everybody stop listening to rap. It's going to have to be a thing that happens to where like one guy makes it. I'm going to try it.
It's a slippery slope too, though, because
But it could all. Like, I heard you say that. And
There's nothing I cut off faster.
But I can't. I was a gospel rapper. My last year rapper was a gospel rapper. I touch on that.
I can't
no,
listen.
understood. And that's why I was finna say.
Yeah.
When niggas gotta understand, go for your purpose. Fuck the praise. Like, you know, I didn't come in there to convert everybody to Christian rap fans. You know what I'm saying? I came in there and talked about what saved my fucking life. And who didn't, if it wasn't for you, it just wasn't for you.
What classifies
Go for your
it as
purpose,
gospel
not
rap?
the praise. Go for your purpose, not the praise. I like
You
that.
got to sing that.
What would classify as gospel rap?
Huh? When you talk about Jesus, that's
That's
crazy.
it.
That's
No,
all it
No,
is.
listen, bro. I
like-
promise you. Hold on. Let me stop you there. There's gospel rap. There's holy hip hop. There's Christian hip hop. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm serious. I'm serious. Because I know you look like you was about to go in on some gospel, and I just wanted to correct you. It's different levels.
Listen, but this,
I was gonna say like
this is the
"Summertime"
thing.
by Will
This-
Smith.
This is the
But
thing.
hey,
gospel
look,
record.
while
This is the
y'all,
thing about-
it was a big laugh. I don't mean to cut you off. A big
No, you
laugh.
good.
No,
$1 million industry.
I bet.
$1 million industry,
It is.
and I'm telling you, when I went on tour, as when I was Main the Baptist or whatever, I went on tour. I never forget. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Same brain.
Hey, it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I'm just
No,
saying.
but here's my thing though. You know, no matter how much laughs or giggles or whatever, but no, it's all good. But let me tell you something. I'm Jermaine fucking J. Williams, though, dog.
Yeah. No,
you
I'm
know
not
what I'm saying?
saying
Oh no, not like that. No, not like that. But what I'm saying is like, bro, I'm a fucking gorilla. I don't mean to steal your shit, but
No, that's fine. You just had to kill some
I'm the
niggas.
fucking man, dog. Like, so what I'm
You can
saying
rap.
is,
Hell yeah.
so and I've never ever worried about. Malcolm X said, I've never did nothing that I wasn't ready to pay the consequences for. I know what I'm doing. My steps are pre-calculated. So when I came out the gospel rap, I knew that shit was gonna be an uphill battle.
Right.
But who would have ever thought that Maine the Baptist had one of my biggest songs was featuring all on the same song, Perry Young, Remy Red, shit, who else was on that motherfucker? Brimley, you know what I'm saying?
This is gospel?
Yeah, and then I had Hog on my title track, which came the soundtrack to my documentary, was also up for an award in the film festival. So my thing is this though, the gospel rap is a label. Like I was still fucking the same person. I just wasn't cussing, and it was just a soundtrack about me getting clean. So
This really what it is though, bro. Is that it's our conditioning, right? I'm gonna tell you something that's wild, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Let me finish.
No.
This is what's wild. Tell me, do you feel a little weird when a black dude walk up to you and say, "What's up, King?"
yeah, definitely.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like,
But it's
I done lived like I ain't gonna lie. Like on the East Coast, they kind of already been talking like that.
Right,
like,
but I'm just saying.
It's okay to feel weird. It's supposed to feel weird, bro.
Let me finish.
Yes.
Let me finish, bro.
Yeah.
Let me finish. God damn, let me finish.
You're crazy.
No, I'm talking to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, this man hell, man.
It's
Nah, but
Fuck, man.
it's conditioning, bro. Because it's like that's weird. But that's somebody trying to shift something or alter something that you're not comfortable with. You feel me? So it's like, but if I come up to you and I'm like, damn, what's up, nigga? You used to that. You feel me? You used to that, so you can receive that. So this is the difference between that though, right? So it's like it's the same thing with rap and gospel rap. Like I can make a gospel song, right? And niggas ain't gonna fuck with it once they if they just hear the vibe, that's cool. But niggas ain't gonna fuck with it once they hear the words because it's some shit that they ain't really trying to. You feel me?
Yeah.
They ain't trying to fuck with, and just like niggas just brainwashed to like be on fuck shit, bro.
But I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Like when I went on tour, like I said, as
And most niggas
when I
do
was
it
gospel
corny.
rapping, and I was opening up for these huge gospel names,
Right.
and when I was seeing them backstage and seeing what they were doing and how they were doing, and in certain ways, who they was trying to do it with, I said, yeah, this shit ain't for me.
Right.
Because I never made another gospel song in my life because I'm not. I don't classify myself as a Christian.
Right.
I'm a follower of Jesus and I believe in God.
Right.
But Christian, I just can't get with the Christians
Nah, I'm with
because
you,
they on some other shit. Cause like me and Mike Bless used to go at it. Me and the Hog used to go at it. Them my brothers, but they know y'all. I know. I respect y'all religion. But the moment you say something about Christianity and it's wrong, I'm gonna have to correct you because Africa was Ethiopia was the first Christian nation, and it was it's been Christianity has been practiced over there since the 3rd century. We weren't slaves in the 3rd century. We was over there being who we was. So
I got a comment to that too, but I don't even want to get counsel, so I'm gonna let it go. But you're right though.
But so what I'm saying is like
something Nick Cannon said that was
but my thing is this, like, don't be scared of the man. So when I hear people like snicker at Christian rap, and I know you said you don't fuck with it.
I'm not sneaking at it. I just don't fuck with it.
No, either way.
Listen, I'm fine with it. Like it's a lucrative thing. If you make money from it, bro, it's like millionaire Christian rappers. I ain't got no beef with it. I just don't rapping. I love I feel like rap is just not for. Like if I did Christian porn, would that be wild?
That's a dumb. Come on,
no, how is that?
That's a stretch than a motherfucker.
So is gospel rap.
No, absolutely not.
Christian porn and gospel rap are the same thing.
But how though? Wait, hold on. I gotta know. I know we running out of time, but I gotta get to the root of that. What? Why you say that?
Okay, like certain things were created for certain things. So rap. Listen, what I'm saying though, cool, right? rap and God, that don't go together.
How?
It just don't though. It don't. You can tell it don't go together by the way it sounds. When you cut on the guy, I challenge anybody.
Well, rap didn't start off as rap; it was hip hop.
But it's cool. And hip hop and gospel don't go together, right?
Violence and rap didn't go together either.
Well, that's not necessarily. We added that in and we tested it and we saw it work. But competition did,
So-
though, because rapping earlier was
So
about
when-
I can dance better than you. I can break dance, right?
Right.
So all the violence came or the shining came
I'm
in.
gonna kill you better than you can kill me.
Right.
But
So
see, but
rappers already been braggadocious. I'm gonna spin better than you. I'm gonna dance. I'm fresher than you.
But we're sticking
Yeah.
on the point of violence, though. But I mean, because
Right.
to your point, you know, Christianity and rap don't go together.
Right.
But violence and rap do. When you got, I ain't never heard Kid and Play talking about shooting a nigga.
Yeah, but it was still competition. They was flying and niggas. They was
Competition.
fresher. I got your girl.
That's different.
I pull your girl.
Oh, these.
So what the Christians rap about? Like having more God than you?
Yeah, exactly. You can't. Because
No.
Christians are supposed to be good.
I know y'all finna laugh, but yeah,
Right.
they do.
Yeah.
But then
They
that's
get
what-
beef over that.
Well, then they
They
fake
beef.
again.
say they beef over
yeah,
that.
but
No,
then
for
I
real.
feel like they fake Christian rappers then. Now I don't fuck with you because they ain't real.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm
Right.
saying when I repeat myself when I went I went and started opening
You
up for
fuck with
people, I started seeing what
Answer
it
this
is.
question though. How many guys as cool as you did you run into doing Christian music?
I'll say this.
Rap.
I'll say this. I mean, you know, Ken Jones was real cool.
No, I don't mean cool. I mean like you can identify with. Like you look at them and you feel like they came from where you came from.
When we went to the Stellar Awards in Las Vegas, and I went out there with some of my foul play niggas, and we walked in there, and I overheard a girl say, "Finally, girl." When we walked in,
So this
so
is-
that's your answer. Your
That
question.
a Christian girl?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
come
was
on.
hood nigga dick though. That ain't Christian. That's what I'm saying. Don't go
I
together.
don't know
Hold on,
because
hold on.
everybody in there was square as
Hold on,
fuck.
my
and,
point
you
Yeah,
know,
I know.
my
She
point
wanted some
is-
unsquare
my-
dick.
My point is this, and this is why
Yeah.
Christian rap would never gain any fucking leverage.
Right.
You feel me? Because if there's one of you doing it, 1 out of a million, what are the chances that you rise through these fuck boys to get to, you feel me, to be the guy when you battling against a million motherfuckers who on the opposite end of you? So what happens is that usually majority of the people that do Christian rap are corny.
Right.
Well, see, here's the thing.
There's
But
there's not many cool Christian rappers that
but you
like.
mentioned leverage, though. I don't believe Christian rap or anything to glorify God to be used as ministry because listen, God gave you that gift. Now it's up to you if you're gonna give it back to God or you gonna give it back to the world.
To rap.
Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Why does
you know
it
what I'm
have to
saying?
be a sub-genre though? Like, you know what I'm
But
saying? Like,
I just want to touch
So
on
I
what he
don't
said. I want to
accidentally
touch what he
listen to
said.
that
So he said you stupid.
Yeah, that's why. I didn't even know not to click on that. Like,
But
oh,
you
that's-
said to give it leverage, right? So if you're glorifying God and you're doing what God wants you to do, don't worry about leverage. You're doing out there to touch the people that's looking for it. It may
Right.
not be you. It may not be you. I never wanted to go out here and get plaques on I Had to Change album. I know that when I was sitting there snorting all night, drinking all night, listening to that same rap you talking about, and then I was coming down and I was this close to suicide, I needed something to pick me up or somebody was going to be putting me down.
I respect that though.
So
but
that's what you make that
yeah,
music
that's real
for.
as fuck. But let me ask you a
Anybody
question.
that don't do that, they fake. But go ahead.
But let me ask you a question though. Let's say you got to heaven, right? And you had to express to God how you feel about him, right? You gonna freestyle for that nigga? Doug,
I might
I'm just
got
asking a question.
something.
I know, I
might
definitely
got-
would.
I might got something.
I mean, if I felt, if
He'll
I
stop you before you.
No, it wouldn't.
You better not appreciate it, my
Nah,
son.
but see,
already
that's
I
another
love you.
myth. How you know niggas feel like they got light candles and turn off all the lights and get on their knees. Man, I talk to God while I'm praying,
Yeah,
man.
true, but
And sometimes I might fuck around the cuss, be like, my bad, but you know what
That's
I'm saying.
fine. He ain't gonna bob his head though. He ain't gonna like
he
ad
gon-
lib while you
hey.
freestyle. Like
Hey.
yeah, God ain't
He might jump in and got a couple bars. for you.
Nah, I
Oh
like
man,
look,
then
though,
listen. If that's the case, though, I'm gonna bake his muffin. If he want to freestyle, since we both up here, then I got to see if he better than me though.
I didn't came down. What if you
Yeah,
just
for real.
started?
Nah, Ron said I came down. I fuck with him though, cause I know what to say next. I done came through.
But you know what
though?
but bring this shit back to full circle.
Yeah.
We've been talking for about an hour now, and we done had 4 different opinions, bumped heads, you know, casually, and we're gonna walk out here, and we all gonna be the same friends that we walked into.
Big fact.
That's the shit that's gonna get us out of what we're talking about.
Being in
And
that
and so
business
that
still
and
remain.
that should be an example for any nigga, young nigga, old nigga, because you know I've been knowing Bone for years. I've been knowing you for years. I think I just met you. I can't remember the drugs and done them
Nah,
fucked
nah,
up
you
on my
good,
mind.
nah, we fine,
But
we
either
good.
way though, is that I don't agree with y'all on everything. I watch your podcast and stuff, and I don't agree with everything.
Right, and
I agree with a
that's
lot,
dope. Right.
but it would never change how I look at you. Me and Mike Bless, extremely proud of that nigga. When he was in EFA, and we were just like, and then one day he messaged me, and I'm sorry, Mike, if you didn't want me to say this, but just this for the point, he messaged me, he said, bro, we two powerful black men in our community. We cannot be seen going like this back and forth about religion. Yeah. I said, you're absolutely right. So we made a pact to never do that shit again. Dope. So, but the thing is, as much as we did it, you see both of us together somewhere in the city laughing. Yeah. But see, that's the shit that niggas gotta get. And we all could sit down, like I ain't gonna even front. Like, y'all two niggas, y'all need to run for office here.
I'm definitely
y'all got to. Office, because I was finna come and run on a couple occasions. And let me not talk too much.
I'm voting for you.
I wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. If I do it, it'll be statewide. I'm not coming back fucking with Pensacola on some small shit. I'm going statewide. Yeah. But I don't see myself doing it in a while. But I'm telling you, man, that y'all got the power to really politicize Pensacola with black power. Y'all really, really do, because this, like Malcolm X said, how does so few white people rule so many black people? It's fucking crazy. Pensacola is embarrassing when I go to Jacksonville. Not the city, because I love my city. I'm talking political side. Like, we're not getting out there to vote. We're not putting our candidates. I'm not talking about black candidates, because you know what that means. Mm-hmm. We need to put our people on the ballot. Vote our people in. Strategic. Like you said, motherfucker ain't got, like, you get out there, the motherfucking by ferry pass and shit, it's gonna be hard. We got a sister out there now, Power, Dr. Power, she's running for city council out there. And it's early voting now, y'all go vote for her. But if we ain't got the numbers out there, let's put our money together, rent some houses. We ain't even gotta stay out there long, just to election season, and get the numbers out there. Let's run the county, let's run the city, and then we paint this motherfucker the way we want to paint it, and we continue that shit, man. And then after we do that, we ain't even got to go all the way to Duval, nothing like that. Stay in the Escambia County and go and just take over this motherfucker, and y'all got the power to do that.
But you talking about one of the biggest things that we struggle with in our community, and that's togetherness. All of that is exactly what we need to do, but it's to get enough people to side. That's the difficulty that we run into with black people.
I think y'all underestimate how much niggas really listen and follow y'all in Pensacola.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm not talking about nationwide, because that's huge. That's bad. Pensacola, you get you, Bill, Willow, Hog, like-minded people, LD, and then you got a section that follow you. You got a section that follow you. And then your lieutenants, where it's mid-range between the Jits and us. That's who they look up to. But they look up to y'all. If we can do this, Pensacola, we could do this. We could do this, and that's something we need to have I've been trying to have closed door meetings with a lot of people here, and I've done it. And like Boneface say, well, I want to be the front man. Nigga, fuck the front man. We are the front man. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So you have to come an orthodox way. You got to come niggas like us that could come around here, sit at this table, and do that shit.
So listen, you on here talking real political, and I know we got 15 minutes for an hour and 30. You got a documentary coming out. Is that correct?
No. The documentary is out.
It's already out?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's been out for a minute. It won 4 awards worldwide.
Well, what's coming up? It's something new coming up.
I'm on the set now of my reality show, Rescue Addiction.
Okay, cool. So give me some of the origin of this. Like, how does this come about? How does someone like you meet someone that works for a major network to have the opportunity to do something like this? How does this even start?
It's crazy because that same album, I had to change the gospel album. That inspired the documentary. Right. So it's supposed to be a package deal. That album was actually the soundtrack to the documentary. Right. And I just wanted to tell my story about me doing, even though I wrote a book, did some much political shit here, doing all that shit, I was on coke, bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you wrote a book on coke? Mm-hmm. Listen, that's what's up, though.
Yeah, it was called My Brother, the Devil, and Me, and it's
That sound like it's
based off the Book of Revelation.
Yeah.
That's dope. And I just wrote the screenplay for a movie, and I got a meeting about that month.
But I fuck with that though. I love it though.
I appreciate it. But Rescue Addiction, man. Well, that came about because I was in all these film festivals, and I just wanted to tell I never wanted to own no film company. I just want to tell my story. So when I got to the New York Hip Hop Film Festival, that shit changed my life.
Yeah.
They had this thing called, like, I was one of the darlings of the fucking festival. You know, OG filmmakers was in there, boy, Salt, because I let it be known I ain't no filmmaker. You know, so
But this came from the documentary you had already had out.
yeah, which is on YouTube. It's called "I Had to Change: Story of Jermaine J. Williams."
Gotcha.
And so the lady who ran the festival, she called me. She said, "I want you to get in the boss pitch." I said, "I'm getting in that bitch." I said, "I'm gonna pitch my documentary." She said, "No, that's your story. Don't let no network come and try to take that. Come up with something that's off brand of that." So I came up with this show called Rescue Addiction, where I go into get a person that's struggling with substances or mental health, and it's the correct way how you do it. You know, I get them with a life coach, a peer specialist, all kind of shit. Right. But the thing that makes a person recovery at the highest percent possible is you teach his supporting team, mom, dad, brothers, girlfriend, the healthy and unhealthy ways to support them. That's what niggas fuck up at a lot.
Right.
So that's what we go in and we do. So I had a meeting with a network.
Before you go forward, give me an unhealthy example of how to support somebody. What's a common mistake that a supporter may make?
I use myself. A lot of my family members, I come from a good family. I always had a good family. A lot of my family members knew I was on drugs. They loved me. Couldn't tell me no if I asked for money. They know where it was going. You know, so it's a good way. It's a healthy way to say no.
I got some family members that need to hear that though. That's why when you said that, absolutely. But
you know, it's crazy. So I went. So what the boss pitch is you go in front of, like, it was BET, Showtime, bro. Everybody was there. So I went in there and I pitched. They give you 5 minutes to pitch. They give you 5 minutes to question, answer, and then they'll let you know they want to meet. So when I went in there, I just said, fucking, I said the craziest shit that come to my mind.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, the floor is yours. I said, my name is Jermaine J. Williams and I'm a suicidal cokehead. Everybody stopped and looked at me. I waited about 5 seconds. And I said, I was a suicidal cokehead. I got y'all attention now. Bam. Made the pitch. I only took about 90 seconds. Like, BET, Showtime, Big Fish, forgot the other network, Stars, I think it was. They all wanted to have a meeting. We had the meeting. You know, I didn't like nobody but Big Fish. So
what separated them from the others?
Well, at the time, 50 Cent wasn't killing stars like he is. So, you know, it was subscription based. I just didn't think that was a good fit for me. Just little shit like that.
Yeah.
But Big Fish, just, you know about Big Fish, just head above water. So they loved the idea. They couldn't see it. And then they called me back and said, hold on, give us some time, give us more time. They ultimately said, no, we can't see it. So I took a year and I raised about 30 grand, and here I am today shooting a pilot episode.
Got you. And is it strictly solely funded? Do you have some backing behind it? Like,
I ain't got no backing.
Where's it supposed to be released at, or when can people expect this?
Well, we're gonna put it on YouTube, I think. Now, unless something, which, you know, I create the atmosphere for something to happen before we even get there. A lot of meetings, a lot of big meetings coming up. So I mean, we'll just see. But yeah, I'm gonna put it out regardless. Because one thing that, like, I keep, you know, Mike Bless, that's my nigga, man, and, you know, he showed the way that, you don't need the networks.
Man,
Speaking of Mike Bless, I want to say that my brother has a movie that just dropped today.
Yeah, I'm going to check that bitch out.
Secret Headquarters.
Oh, that shit dropped today?
Secret Headquarters with Owen Wilson, Michael Pena, Jesse Williams, and it's produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. That's who did Bad Boy, all the Top Guns, Pirates of the Caribbean, all of that. So it's a big movie, and he's the first person from the city to be in a production of this size. Yeah,
absolutely.
So go check that out. Shout out to
Definitely,
bro.
man.
Keep working.
Yeah, very proud of that nigga, man.
Absolutely. So. Hey, listen, man, I love when people approach something from a different angle that I've never heard of before, and everybody approaches fucking the word I'm looking for dealing with addiction a certain way. You feel me? I've never heard of improper support before. You feel me? And I think that is a really dope thing because most people serve as enablers. You feel me? That shit that I've had to deal with in my family. That's why when you said it, I was like, damn, bro, I know a lot of people who need to hear that. Like, I got people in my family with issues and loved ones enable them with certain ways. Like, you feel me? Because you want to believe them. You love brothers or sisters or cousins or uncles, whatever, right? So you shoot them some money and deep, you know where that money going.
Man, and listen, it's so many. Just we do it every day. Commit suicide is unhealthy. To say the word commit suicide, that's unhealthy as fuck.
Yeah.
Because that's a mental issue. That's a mental illness. So when you commit, like it's like you committing a sin. You commit, and you know it's the correct way to say is complete suicide. That's I'm just telling you the textbook. Because when you try to commit. When you commit suicide, it sounds so negative. Who the fuck want to go get help? Who the fuck want to ask for help if that's the stigma that you're putting on it? I think what we need to do, especially as I'll never forget when I went to rehab for my cocaine addiction. It didn't work, but it opened the door for me to really, you know. I had somebody tell me you can help like white people, you know.
You say you getting help like white people? How they get help?
Go to rehab.
Oh, okay. How black people supposed to get help?
They don't. I'm not talking about that's how I
so
feel
you saying
in the eyes
they were saying that was a positive then. You getting help?
I didn't take it like a positive.
Negative
Oh,
way.
okay.
Yeah, like you can help like white people.
Yeah.
And you know, I chuckled.
Like same way they tell you, you think you tough because you went to college? Or some shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
right,
Damn,
right.
nigga, like college is a bad thing.
And you know, and
Yeah.
that's the thing though, dog. Like, man, get you a therapist. Get that shit together, man. I swear to God. In 6 months, the quality of life is just gonna change, man. And I'm telling you, and I just look, bro. I gotta say this before I get out of here. You know, by trade, by my 9 to 5, I'm a peer drug counselor and suicide prevention. Bro, y'all be careful with this. Anything you're doing, man. Fentanyl. It's fucking crazy.
That's the devil, son.
Man, it's a crazy. But here's even crazier. They got something that make fentanyl look like a bitch, and it's just coming up through South Florida. It's called ISO. Look it up.
They make it look like, what did it make it look like?
A bitch.
Like a woman?
Like no, like you know how it's a epidemic now.
Yeah.
5 grams of.
Oh, you saying that it's
Make it look like
gonna
it's
make,
just
okay.
it make it look like a
I
salt.
thought you said it was gonna make it like a woman. I was gonna be in trouble.
No, we all will be in trouble.
Say,
on that.
pray for me, shit.
But no, y'all just be careful, man. Y'all be careful. If you come across Narcan, if you see they hand out Narcan. Narcan at Walgreens costs $300.
Reversal for ODs.
Reversal, and you know what I'm saying. Notice the signs. If you see somebody OD and put them on, and I just gotta say to put them on the side. You know, don't let them choke on their own vomit. Learn how to do that shit because they just had FDLE just confiscated 350 marijuana plants. All of them had fentanyl in the plants.
They put that shit in weed, brother.
Yeah.
Hey,
Be
listen.
careful.
I know I did a horrible job of introducing the podcast. I didn't. We came on and we just started talking because we've been kicking it for a while. But before we go, man, tell these people where they can find y'all at. If you got anything going on, if you got anything coming out, just let us know what you got going on. I'll start with you, bro. What you got?
Oh yeah, man. Find me in traffic, man. Other than that, Instagram, COZZY_FBN. My name Kazi. I do music, got merch, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a one-stop shop on my website. Click the links in the bio, all that good stuff. You know. Other than that, man, just drop over there, see what I got going on.
And if y'all want to laugh, go follow this dude. 'Cause this man is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm a part-time artist,
this
man.
man
I'm
is a
full-time
fool, boy.
foodie. Goddamn, I just go places and eat and shit. So.
Nah, that's dope, bro. Anything else you got going on that we need to check out, or where can they find this? You said YouTube, right?
Yeah, yeah. If you just Google Jermaine J. Williams, anything you want to know, will pull up.
What's the rundown of the book? What the book?
The book is at Amazon. My Brother, The Devil and Me. Yeah, cop that before that movie come out, dog.
Any social media, Instagrams, anything, or just
you can just Google Jermaine J. Williams. Like I said, I ain't gonna even front. I don't even know them bitches. Like how y'all be spitting them out. So I don't be on. I got somebody running my TikTok. I don't even be on there.
Nah, I learned a lot from you tonight, bro. I appreciate you. Still not fucking with no gospel music,
No
though.
doubt.
You
No
know what I'm
doubt.
saying? Or Christian porn. I don't do now one of them, man. But thank y'all for tuning to the Anxiety Issues Podcast, man. Until next time, thank y'all for tuning in. Bet.